Now, at only 8 years old, Popsie Simmons has become a hero after saving her grandfather from drowning at a local swimming pool.
Yeah, Popsie noticed her granddad was in distress in the water and quickly jumped into action, dragging him to the poolside before a lifeguard was able to step in. Delighted to say that Popsie joins us now, as well as Grandad Ken and Mum Claire, and also Betsy, the rabbit, too. Popsie, lovely to see you this morning. Firstly, well done for doing what you did. It's an extraordinary thing that you did. Can you tell us what happened on the day and when you realised something was going wrong?
So we wanted to go to the deep end, and then Grandad went into the middle because he thought that he was fine, and then he just started going down.
So you saw him started going under the water. And what did you think when you saw that happen?
I was really scared.
I bet.
Were you swimming in the deep end at that point?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what did you do?
I just wanted to keep him safe, so I just dragged him to the side and make sure he was all right.
So did you have to swim over to him, or were
Yeah.
you next to him at the time?
I had to swim over to him.
Amazing.
And you grabbed him. Now, look at Grandad. Grandad's almost twice as big as you. And I know you're in the water. Were you worried about how heavy he might be or how hard it might be to drag him?
It wasn't really that hard.
It was OK.
So how did you do it? And how did you know what to do, I suppose?
I've been swimming since I was 8 weeks old, so it must have gave me the courage to swim over.
Look, is that your first swimming lesson?
Yes.
That was when you were 8 weeks old. Well, it served you really, really well.
Oh, my goodness
And
me.
you must have been very relieved when the lifeguard came over and grabbed your granddad and dragged him out and sorted him out.
Yeah.
And Grandad, can I just ask you what was happening for you at that point? And you'd suffered a stroke, had you, as well, at some point?
At some point.
At some point. And was that partly to do with what you think happened in the water that day? 'Cause
No,
you can swim, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just my arms were getting weak, and I could feel that, I was going down a little bit. Then I swallowed water, and I thought, a little bit of a problem here, And I wasn't panicking, but I was getting there. And then all of a sudden, this little arm got a hold of us and, pulled us to the side.
And was she pulling your arm?
Just pulled, about there, weren't you? And then...
Like that? Just show me what you did. Go on, yeah.
Just like that. And
just like that?
That gave us confidence to try and get back to the side. And obviously the lifeguard was ready to jump in, but people said, no, she's all right. He'd be OK. And he took us out the water.
And grabbed you out of the water. Popsie had done all the hard work by then. He just got the glory.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Popsie. Did you go swimming with your granddad quite often?
Yeah.
So you've been swimming together quite a lot. And have you ever found yourself in that sort of situation before, Popsie, where you've seen someone in a bit of distress?
No, not really.
And have you had life-saving lessons or anything like that?
No, not really.
So it was just instinct, really? You just saw your granddad? Because I know that you really love your granddad, don't you? What does he mean to you?
He means a lot because he's been looking after me since I was 1 year old.
Well, you've paid him back now, haven't you? In
You
droves,
really have.
you really have. I mean, Mum, you took Popsie to swimming lessons a little, but you normally just think it's to keep themselves safe, don't you? But this must have been extra. Were you there at the time?
No, I was actually at work.
You were at work?
Yeah, I was at work and didn't know anything about it and got home and found out everything about it, but... Yeah, it was a bit of a shock when I came home because they'd hid it from me. I'd spoken to them in the afternoon and they hadn't mentioned a thing about it.
Oh, my goodness.
And then it was when I got home that they told me what had happened.
Did you? Because I can imagine what that was like, Ken, because I would have been the same. I would have looked at my grandson or granddaughter and gone, right, should we just keep this between the two of us? I don't want Mum thinking I can't look after you.
We didn't want to worry Claire at work and didn't want to worry Grandma either.
Of course.
No.
So we just kept it quiet. But we knew we had to tell someone,
At some point.
And the message here, of course, is we're here to praise Popsie for this incredible feat of courage, as you described it, Popsie. But what would you like other people watching this to think? Because, of course, as you say, you instinctively knew what to do because you're a good swimmer, but not everybody is.
So you have to have swimming lessons. Imagine if you're either in danger or somebody else is in danger, you can either save yourself or save anybody else's lives.
And you did exactly that. You're just extraordinary. I can't imagine, Kev, what it's like even hearing her talking about it, because when I think about my boys and finding them in that sort of situation, I get really emotional.
Oh, yeah, I do. Every time I think about it, I just can't believe that this little 8-year-old precious thing has actually saved a granddad's life, and it's absolutely essential that people do have swimming lessons so they can do this as well, because this is me being so proud, and imagine if your son or daughter did it as well, and that's why we kind of really want people to think about taking swimming and have that.
And Grandad, what do you now have to give Popsie? Do you have to treat her all the time? What's she asking for? What's going on?
She's pretty reasonable. She's not a greedy little girl.
Popsie, let's give you some tips.
Yeah, by the way,
Shall we give you some
can
ideas?
be far less reasonable.
You can ask for whatever you want now.
Every time you do anything for her, she says thank you. Always.
Yeah.
Well, she's been brought up beautifully.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Always
And I
say that.
suppose from your point of view, Kate, you could swim, but I suppose that's also your message. Just, you know, make sure everybody can swim.
Yeah, yeah. When you get to my age, don't jump in a deep pool.
Yeah,
that's
stay where you're safe.
Stay where
Now then,
you're
Popsie,
safe.
before we say it, is there anybody you want to say hello to? Because I can see Betsy was waving. Do you want to say hello to any of your friends? Which camera is it, Jacob? Which one? Camera 4, that one there.
Go on.
To Grandma.
You can say hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
There you go.
And is it right that you're a big fan of our Ben here? Is that right? Yeah. Well, you can't get everything right, can you, Betsy? You're a great girl apart from that.
I think she's very, very...
Very wise.
Very wise.
She's
got
very
great
wise.
Taste, clearly.
Yeah, lovely.
And
lovely
we're
stuff.
incredibly proud
We
of
are.
what you managed to do, Popsie. Honestly, it's so inspiring. Thank you for coming in and sharing your story and bringing Betsy in to meet us all as well. Claire, well done.
Thank you.
And great to meet you too
you.
as well. Really glad you're here to share that story.
Yeah, people are going on holiday. It's the summer holidays. People are swimming. I mean, it's a really important thing.
And it's his birthday on Sunday, so even more celebration.
Wonderful celebration.
Oh, yeah.
How many will it be, Ken?
84.
Okay, 84. Goodness me.
84.
Sensational. Lots of candles. You're going to help blow out the candles on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good girl. Super stuff. Thank you so much. Now let's...